Hello, I'm Liz, and this is Random Working. Welcome to our 30 minutes to do miniature painting. We are still continuing on our Sequitors. I've forgotten what they're called. Age of Sigmar Sequitors. We've done yellow, we've done red. Now we're doing the last block colour, which is gold, which hasn't been sticking so well. It's just been Christmas in my time sphere, and I've just got some new stuff to work with. I've got a nice set of new brushes. These are all the synthetic brushes, which means they are synthetic hairs, so these will be getting some use, hopefully. And I've got a new timer thing. Rather than messing on with my phone, I now have this cube. So we'll see how well this works out. Also, I was going to go on 2 night haunts, I think, after the Sequitors, because those are the next ones that the person who was providing me them was based or primed. But I might actually go on to squigs, because squigs are giant balls of one colour with a few like extra bits on them, so that'll be fun. So I'll probably move on to that afterwards. More big block colours rather than the difficulty of the very spindly night haunt. But yeah, so I'm going to start this timer. I'm going to turn it on first. On. It's got a low and a high, and I don't know the difference between low and high. Right. Where's 30? And it should make a sound. Yep, that's started. Cool. I actually haven't put paint on my wet palette. Right, which one of these is the layers? No, base. Base brush. So we'll see how well these do. These brushes. I hope everybody had a nice Christmas. I know I did, until, well, I found out that apparently my notifications on the site weren't working. Where's gold? I might actually put the layer yellow on. If the gold if the gold fails to stick this time, when I take it straight out of the pot, because that's what I plan on doing, I'm going to try putting yellow as the base underneath. Because the yellow's stuck, but the gold hasn't sometimes. But yeah. So back to what I was originally saying. I found out that the setting I was turning off because I was worried it was going to give people notifications every time I uploaded. This is open, right? Every time I uploaded a video. I was worried it was going to notify people when I was uploading videos, even if they were private. And I think it was actually disabling notifications at all. I thought notifications automatically went out for public. No. Right, so gold. I should have taken. I definitely have a picture of these. Right, so I'm gonna go not exactly straight from the pot. I am putting it on my newly refreshed water palette. Water palette? With the way it's been going, it has been becoming a sort of water palette. Not too much. I don't want to be spread too thin. Because you have to refresh your wet palettes. Apparently. Which makes sense, because they won't stay wet for a while, and anything that stays wet for a set period of time is technically sitting water, and therefore will start growing. I think my previous one, either I ate food over it, or it actually started producing like a white dotty kind of mould on it. Even though the container I use is not airtight, but definitely limited in air ins and outs. Right. Clean my hit dispensing brush and then get my base brush ready. Now the base brush is actually thin and flat. Actually, I might be better showing on the other camera.
Yeah, I'm going to be listening as always to my own form of music, whereas you guys will have the music bed. But what the music I'm playing the music I'm going to listen to this time is actually music off the YouTube audio library, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so I have sort of, just move that over there, 4 different types of music beds. Well, 4 different types of music beds, and then 4 bits in each of them. So I'm going to be doing general ones like what I've now called the calm music bed. What have I forgotten? Where's the bit? Right. So this brush is got is thin and because you're trying to put paint on, but it's fat, thin and flat. Let's just get a little bit of water on that. Beep, beep, beep. I might try to edit these ever so slightly by putting magnets in the end of them and then trying to hang them up somewhere. But I am getting lost in my conversations. Yeah, so I've got like the general, just this so we can get this. As always, I've turned off auto exposure because otherwise it's somewhere. Come on, configure video. It's probably already open. There it is. I think I need to make that 50. Right, I might go slightly further. This should be more in focus for you. Yeah. Cool. I'm trying to do rotational sets of. Let's just slap this on the shield. Slap. Yeah, that's coming off instantly. Can you see it's coming off instantly? If I hold it here, and what? Like, do this. Is it quite obvious that it's? Yeah, it's quite obvious. You can see it. You can just as they see the paint moving. And I've just taken it completely off with just a finger wipe. Maybe I should base something first. Or maybe it's just the thickness of the liquid. I didn't shake. No, I did shake. Let's see. Look at some straight from the cartilage. I can probably want to make much difference. No, that makes a lot of difference. That's actually staying. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to use the gold, not off the liquid, but straight from the. Which is slightly annoying, but continuing once again, because I've once again got distracted by the annoyance that is my paints. Don't worry about the detail right now. Oh no, it seems to be in certain areas. Maybe it's just the priming isn't very good. Or I've gone back to the older, wetter paint. I'm gonna say it's the material itself that's just not ready for handling paint. So, starting conversation again. I'm going to be listening to music as I figure out more music beds, because I want music rotations of 4 different beds, so you're not listening to the same music bed all the time. I'm going to have a general one, like my calming music bed, which is the original music bed. A high action set, which I believe Intense will be part of, and then a... what did I call it? Suspenseful set, which is where spooky comes from. So you've got general, which will have calm, chill, happy, soothing, and then they'll all be nice music, soft musics, which hopefully won't get your heart rate racing. And they'll be behind these and maybe makes videos. And then you've got the high action and the suspenseful, which will be behind gameplay, where I don't want the music on for the game audio music on for copyright reasons, or just because I don't want personally to hear it, but you still need music to enjoy sort of in the background of whatever's going on. I think it is the priming that's not letting the thing stick, so I'm just going to whack the gold on because it's quite it's the same colour anyway, and then it'll be a nice base on which to put other colours anyhow, because Balthazar Gold is a colour, I think. I'm using Retributor armour. I don't know why I'm calling it something else. But I'm going to use that. I'm just going to slap it on every part of this shield, because it's not too dissimilar. It is a different gold, but at least I'll be putting gold on top of gold, and then if I add other colours, they'll be on top of the gold, which is not too dissimilar from what it was originally. Gotta make sure they are all flat. Don't want it coming out bumpy. Shield. But yeah, so I wonder if doing this I can just get away with using the stuff on the web bed. Why do I keep calling it web bed? Don't know. Do not know. I hope you're all enjoying what Random Workings has offered so far. I think are we at 20 weeks now? Somewhere I'll know. Someday I'll know these things off by heart. Yeah, I recently did week 20, which was the 27th of December, so I'm ending the year 20 weeks years old. So we'll start the new year at 21, which is quite nice. I'm going to probably be doing a roadmap soon. Say what my plans are, what has changed, because a few things have changed, like the notification thing. And also just because I need a few more bits. I think I've said this before, but my feature video is a bit lacking. Although I'll be updating the feature video, because I have got a lot more content I can put in, just not in bits. And I did consider just changing it to talks, because the slogan is the channel where we talk, play, make and do, but then one of them's called bits, and the reason behind that is bits is supposed to be the place talking goes, but also the area where bits that don't belong to anything else go, like my music visualizers, which are generally just me saying, this is my music bed, give thanks to these people because they made the music I'm using. Yeah, let's just slap it everywhere. But that doesn't fit under the category of talks. I could get away with my schedules going in a talks one, because they are talking sort of about what's to come, even if there's no physical talking in it. But yeah. I'm not listening right now because if you haven't noticed, I have a problem keeping my train of thought even when I don't have music, never mind when I do have music playing. Especially if I'm trying to catch all the thoughts at once. I seem to have a problem. I know I left so much paint over here. I seem to have a problem keeping hold of one train of thought and not losing it as soon as I think of something else. So I try to rush to say everything at once, which then means I forget everything at once. Hence why we had the conversation of music beds about 3-4 times. Maybe more. You'll all be annoyed at me by now, I'm sure. I'm putting it on. It actually isn't coming off the wet palette too good. It might have also just been the brush needed a few seconds to work out what it was now doing. But yeah, I think in future I won't trust that it's properly been based, and I'll just find a colour base and just slap it everywhere on a model. So I'm not going to put this over the areas already painted. I may as well just put it on every layer that I can see that is not already painted, to help any other paints come along. Not the, probably not the base. Oh, the base has leaves on it. I thought they were like in an area that was like volcanic / ruins. I didn't realise there were leaves, and they must be in like a forest maybe. You can get trees at volcanoes. I don't think you get many. I suppose it depends on the volcano and how active it is. I had thoughts and I've lost them again. This is why we write things down, to remember. But that also requires me to remember before I get down to writing. The only problem with the new dice timer is that, so it has a side on it. I'm going to have to keep painting while talking, otherwise for a painting video. It is a dice, and it has 4 sides which have times on it, and then it has the top which is blank, and then on the bottom is where you put the batteries in, and also where the timer sort of window is, so you can watch what the clock is at. But obviously it's set one way, so that means when you turn, you turn it up, so you have it so that the blank side is up, and then you turn it to face so that whatever time you want it to time is facing the sky. So in this case, my 30 is pointing straight. 30 is pointing straight up. If you want to pause it, you flip it so that the clock window is facing up, / the battery side is face up. If you want to stop the timer, you put it so that the blank side is face up again. But the problem with this is, it means that the timer window is the wrong way. So I think the timer window is the right way for the 60 minutes, but it's sideways for the 30 minutes, which I can see has been about 15.5 minutes. So yeah, so it's a nice one. Like I said, I think I got a smaller one as well. So this is 15, 20, 30, 15, and then I've got another one which is like 1, 3, 5 and 10. I'm not sure if I would use that unless I'm doing like a really small timer based event. I'm more likely to use the 30 and 60. Maybe if I'm trying to do a timed challenge or something. The only problem with using gold is I've lost where all the gold is. I'm not even listening to music. I'm not doing what I said I was going to do on the side. I'm still trying to talk and remember everything I said I was talking about. Let's see, what have I said? I've talked about the music beds. I've mentioned the notification thing. I've mentioned that I was going to Cosmic Talks, but things wouldn't fit. So it's still going to be called Bits, even though the logo is Talk. But it makes sense, I think. I'm not doing too many talks at the moment, so it doesn't really add up. I think I saw someone who said that you need a business model making for your channels. I sort of got a business model of sorts, which is, you know, how will you filter in people? How will you keep them engaged? What is your end goal? My catchment is make lots of videos, communicate with people, keep the schedule and the content near enough the same, or at least regular. Yeah, similar content, regular schedule, and keep them informed. And then my engagement was when I have enough people, I might do live streams, might monetize. But the end goal of this channel is simply to share experiences and to grow a friendly community. Which
in all honesty, you've probably come from a friendly community if you've found your way here, because that's probably the way most of the followers will get to me, I think, at first. Through people I've met who I've told about this and who I've found in a community I like already. Hello to you if you know who I'm talking about. I've made a mess of all the other zones putting this paint on. Right, I'm going to start doing that audio. Have the ones that I already downloaded. Oh yeah, I am going to have some specifically special ones as well, like things for celebrations, like yeah, we hit X amount of followers, or yeah, we're X amount years old, or yeah, it's Christmas, and then oh no, wait, Christmas is the festive one. I've got events where it's special events, and then events festive. Suspenseful and spooky already covered the Halloween season, I think. That's the music bed I've been using for the Small Among Us streams, which is now going to be a bit more than small, because the friend group I'm doing that with have sort of exploded into wanting to play it again. Or rather, for the first time since I've joined them. So at the moment it's going out 2 days a week, but I think it's going to end up a 1 day a week thing, just to make it last a bit longer. Because it is fun. I found my element in that I'm putting gold on the wrong place here. I'm putting gold on where I said I would put silver. I am a chaotic element. I don't do well with lying, but all I have to do there is not lie. Which itself is sort of scary. It's like, I'm telling the truth, but, you know, will that save me? No, it does not save you. Not sometimes. Sometimes it gets you booted out because you're being too friendly. I've talked long enough. I think you're due a bit of silence from me. If you understood what I said. I know that to me, sound fine, but to everyone else I do have a little bit of a murmur, I guess. I don't talk specifically very fluently, for whatever reason. Right, I think you're golded up. I think this one's the original one that I did the first time and put everything on it. I missed his belt a bit, but this one's freshly gold. This one struggled to be gold on last time, so I'm going to work on this one. Yeah. Let's play some of this music and make sure my volume's fine, because this is going to hurt my ears. And I need to hear what I'm saying slightly. Yeah, all the music I use is free from the YouTube audio library. Well, almost free. Some of the songs on there are free and you don't have to attribute the owner, but I am, hence the music visualizations, because it's like, they've made the music, I may as well thank them for it. But some do require you to say who they're from, but I try not to touch them ones. I'm going to quickly change this. Reference sort of starts at a lower volume. Restart, always restart to 50%. Because I can always turn it up. It's hard to turn it down. Stop it, start it. Go 50. Some music, I can't quite tell where to place them. They sound like fun, but also they sound a bit daft. I need my gold shortly. Gold, gold, gold. This is a definite. That's special. This sounds more like an event. Got any more gold? I've got. We're not gold on my gold palette. Gold palette. Now it's a gold palette. Words. One day I will master you. I mean, I think I've mastered words, mastering memory. Let's get this brush, get some more gold on. More gold. Nice glob from the back there, that's gonna need some. God, this pen's horrible at times, right. Right, that's a glob. That has made a mess of my messy. Let's get this a bit more lighter. It's a big giant glob. I shouldn't have taken it from the lid in that way. I need to mix it a bit. Smooth it out. It's the stuff that's got left behind in the lid for too long. Not my fault. Yeah. And then, yeah, so going back to the thing, it's like, in my spooky, I put some spooky but comical. So it's like, do I mix them for my suspenseful stuff? Because they're not, except if I'm really playing a very suspenseful thing, which is probably what dark will be, I suppose. Get all the paint off. Get all the paint off, or as much as I can. Time for the water. Sad. I can always change my mind later. Sad doesn't necessarily mean upsetting, it's just like... Blue might be a better word rather than sad. You're not feeling happy, you might be feeling gloom. Or you're just feeling meh. That brush is cleanish. I should really be cleaning this off on here. But I've kind of decided this is my I don't care about you brush. Wasn't my brush to begin with, but shh. Right up my nose. Right, this is a Christmas. This is definitely festive. Ah! No. I've got Excel open and I've just got like a drop down menu because these are all ones that are already on my computer. Because you can download them or you can listen to them on the thing. I probably need to stop downloading them whenever I like something, but it's the easiest way to then catalogue it. I'll have too many sometime and then I'll have to go back over them. Went a bit too thick here. Because I can see I'm filling in recesses. Just get the paint before it dries. Spread it somewhere else. Neatness can be a secondary thing. Finishing is not about neatness, it's about getting the main colours in place. I believe it's called block work in art, where you get the structures. I mean, I think it's sort of a link between art and architecture. Because like the block work is the first steps and then you from there build out other stuff.
lot of things have similar ways of working and similar ways of saying. Alright, this one makes me think of Necrodancer. That was a good game. I could not get the beat for it. I'm quite good with the beat, but some games don't actually have the beat be the beat part of it. They have it be the slap, I guess is called. This one shouldn't need too much. They have already been goldified. I found out that I should refer to these as folks or people rather than a gang or a group, because folks or people is a non-gendered grouping apparently. Oh, it says they, these people. Gender is important. Not so much to me, but definitely for people. Therefore, it is important that I respect those people and try to make it so I can properly gender people. And pronouns is a big part of that. I'm not sure how to place this. It's slow. Oh! Oh, did I just slap gold somewhere? I quite possibly just slapped gold right down here. Right, stop. Easy enough to stop. Right. Just put down this brush, because I can just continue this later. So we got 2 people goldified. A little bit of extra time, so let's pause this. Because I need to remember how to say goodbye. 40. Excuse me. So yeah, that was our 30 minutes with our new timer and our new brush, which I'm happy to say seems to be working out fine. The gold's starting to behave as well, so maybe it was just like the paint's starting to needed a bit of time to warm up. But yeah. 30 minutes is up. And thank you for sticking through. And if you like what you saw and want some more, why not hit the like button, maybe subscribe, and then check out one of the videos or playlists showing up on the screen. Or why not head over to the channel for even more options. And if you have subscribed, hit the bell on this video or the channel page and get notified every time a new video goes live. But either way, it's bye for now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!